So I just gifted a couple of like the main receivers going into this game. You know, I gifted them some cleats. Some warm, some didn't. But I was like, okay, this is just my little appreciation gift to them because they don't be having a lot in stock. So
A fifth-round quarterback, a developmental prospect, someone who was supposed to learn quietly from the sidelines. Instead, Shedeur Sanders is completely rewriting the rules of the endorsement game. Nike is finalizing what could be the most lucrative rookie endorsement deal in NFL history, and it's sending shockwaves through league offices and front offices across the country. This explosion caught everyone off guard, from Nike's headquarters in Beaverton, Oregon, all the way to NFL executives who never saw it coming. It all started with one jaw-dropping number: jersey sales.
Shedeur Sanders is going to be one of the richest quarterbacks ever. Prime equity. I want you guys to understand that word, prime equity. Yesterday, I did a video about him receiving $14 million in commission from $250 million earned from his jersey sale. A lot of y'all said, Cap, that's a lie. When Shedeur signed his deal with the Browns, which was $4.6 million, there was a clause in his contract that was called prime equity. This clause ties into brand legacy and financial future to his on-the-field performance, allowing him to potentially benefit from the value he brings beyond just playing football.
$250 million in jersey sales for a quarterback taken 144th overall. That's the highest rookie jersey sales figure since his father, Deion "Primetime" Sanders, electrified the league back in 1992. But here's where it gets wild. Sanders' 4-year rookie contract with Cleveland? Just $4.6 million. His cut from jersey sales alone? $14 million. Before taking a single snap in a regular season game, he's already earned 3 times his entire contract value.
Shedeur Sanders has sold the most amount of jerseys out of any rookie this year, but out of the top 10 jersey sellers, he's making the least amount of money. Which got me thinking, how many jerseys would he actually have to sell in order to match his NFL salary? He's on a 4-year, $4.6 million deal, which averages about $1.16 million per year. A jersey costs $130, so he'd have to sell about 9,000 jerseys per year, or 35,736 jerseys total to pay out his NFL contract. It's crazy because if you compare it to Cam Ward, he'd have to sell over 375,000 jerseys to match his NFL contract. Sometimes the brand is bigger than the draft position.
Think about that. Just from jersey sales, he's already banked more than his entire rookie deal. And that's causing panic behind closed doors, because if Shedeur can pull this off, what's stopping every future rookie from demanding the same treatment? The NFL has never seen anything like this contract structure, but none of this happened by accident. Nike saw it coming. Way back in 2025, while Sanders was still dominating at Colorado, Nike made him their first football athlete in the Zero collection. This wasn't your typical endorsement deal. Sanders wasn't just slapping his name on a shoe. He was building a brand that echoed his father's legendary 1992 Air Diamond Turf collaborations. By the time the 2026 draft arrived, Nike was fully committed. They broke months of social media silence just to hype Sanders' NFL arrival. They rolled out a Poetry in Motion campaign, connecting his college dominance to his professional future. Custom cleats, exclusive drops, targeted content flooding every platform. Then came draft night. The buzz had Sanders going in the first round, maybe slipping to the second at worst. Instead, the Browns shocked everyone by taking him in the 5th round at pick 144. The criticism was immediate and brutal. Entitled, bad body language, more focused on his brand than the game. Sources close to the situation now believe those character attacks were coordinated, driven by front offices uncomfortable with his contract demands, specifically the prime equity clause that has since turned him into a financial pioneer. Nike never wavered. In fact, they leaned in harder. Leading up to his first preseason game, Nike flooded social media with Sanders content, exclusive cleats, custom colorways of the Air DT Max 96, rapid-fire highlight reels. When he finally stepped on the field against Carolina, Sanders delivered exactly what Nike invested in. 14 completions, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns. His composure and accuracy flipped the narrative overnight from skepticism to pure hype. Within hours, Nike Football dropped an ad featuring Sanders' signature watch celebration with the caption, "Only a matter of time." It exploded. 200,000 likes and millions of impressions in under 24 hours. The timing was perfect, but the scale of the reaction? Historic. The next week, jersey sales went nuclear. What started as a preseason curiosity became the biggest rookie endorsement story in professional sports history. Sanders achieved something unprecedented. He built a financial empire before ever starting a regular season game. Nike's product strategy was just as calculated. They didn't just move jerseys, they launched a full Sanders-branded apparel line. Kids' jerseys, women's cuts, premium authentic Browns jerseys priced up to $175, limited edition 200-piece sneaker drops, graphic tees ranging from $30 to $50. Billboards featuring his signature watch pose dominated Times Square. This wasn't a regional push, it was a global takeover. The mission was clear: elevate Sanders beyond football and into the territory of cultural icons. Here's the game changer. Sanders isn't just collecting paychecks. Because of his contract structure, he earns a percentage of everything sold with his name on it. He's not just a spokesperson, he's a shareholder in his own brand. That's where the prime equity clause becomes revolutionary. If more rookies start demanding similar deals, it could permanently reshape the power dynamics between players, teams, and sponsors. Of course, with success comes scrutiny. The same executives who tanked his draft stock are now pointing to off-field distractions. Earlier this summer, Sanders got ticketed for speeding, 91 in a 65 and 101 in a 60. Suddenly, the media coverage turned harsher, louder, more personal. And while other Browns players like Myles Garrett have received similar citations without facing the same backlash, critics jumped on Sanders' tickets as proof of immaturity. Then came the character critiques: entitled, blame-shifting, flashy. Words like confidence or swagger that get celebrated in some quarterbacks suddenly sound like red flags when applied to outspoken black quarterbacks. Sanders hasn't publicly responded. He's kept his head down, stayed quiet, and let his performance and sales numbers speak for themselves. But it's obvious he's being judged by a different standard, and it's creating a media narrative that threatens to overshadow everything he's accomplished on the field. Inside the Browns locker room, the situation is complicated. Sanders is battling for reps with veterans like Joe Flacco and fellow rookie Dillon Gabriel. During the preseason, Sanders posted a 106 passer rating with 1 interception, compared to Gabriel's 66. The stats favor Sanders, the film favors Sanders, but politics, depth charts, and injury concerns keep complicating the picture. His oblique injury, though listed as minor, served as a reminder of how fast momentum can shift in the NFL. One bad hit or setback could change everything. Through it all, Nike keeps pushing forward. Insiders say Sanders' signature shoe line is already in development and could drop as early as 2025 under working titles like LL2C and Proto 92. This isn't just a cleat, it's a complete sneaker collection. That's virtually unheard of for a rookie quarterback.
To Nike, Sanders isn't just a player. He's a cultural phenomenon, and they're not just paying him, they're building with him. This isn't about renting influence for a season. Nike's long-term strategy is about creating equity, the same way Sanders structured his contract. Every product drop, every campaign, every viral moment is designed to keep him locked into the Nike ecosystem, not just for the next season, but for the next decade. Social media engagement alone has quadrupled Nike Football's typical metrics. Influencers, insiders, even rival brands are sharing the content. This isn't just marketing anymore, it's cultural moment creation. The question everyone's asking, can Shedeur handle the pressure? Can he block out the noise, stay locked in on football, and avoid becoming a cautionary tale about business overshadowing performance?
It's a legitimate question,
Because if he can't win games, none of the money, marketing, or groundbreaking contract clauses will matter. Nike can sell shoes, the Browns can move jerseys, but in the NFL, only winning truly silences critics. Right now, Sanders is standing in the eye of the storm. Brands are betting on his future, fans are buying into the movement, critics are waiting for him to stumble, and every snap he takes carries weight beyond just playing football. This is a test case for athlete empowerment. If he succeeds, he won't just be a quarterback, he'll be the blueprint for a new era in sports business. If he fails, the establishment will point to him as proof that rookies should never be given this much power. Not bad for a fifth-round pick. That's what makes this story so captivating. The stakes are higher than anyone imagined. Shedeur Sanders isn't just playing for the Browns, he's playing for the future of athlete contracts, endorsement structures, and what it means to own your career as a professional athlete. And with Nike moving to finalize what could become the richest rookie endorsement deal in history, the NFL has a serious problem on its hands. Because right now, the rules of rookie contracts and endorsement deals are being rewritten by a late fifth-round experiment, and Shedeur Sanders isn't just making headlines on the field, he's transforming his career into a cultural and commercial revolution. The Cleveland Browns drafted Sanders 144th overall, expecting him to develop quietly behind veteran quarterbacks. Instead, he's become a sensation in both the business world and on the field. Reports confirm Nike is finalizing a record-breaking endorsement package that would make him the highest-paid rookie endorser in NFL history. It all comes down to jersey sales. In the weeks following his preseason debut, Sanders moved $250 million worth of rookie jerseys. For context, his 4-year NFL rookie contract is worth $4.6 million. From jersey sales alone, Sanders has already pulled in $14 million, tripling his base salary before ever playing in a regular season game. Sanders' secret weapon? The prime equity clause, a revolutionary provision in his rookie contract that entitles him to a percentage of all revenue tied to his name, image, and likeness, including merchandise and sponsorships. Essentially, he's not just a player, he's a business partner. Nike spotted his potential early, signing Sanders as their first football athlete in the Zero collection while he was still tearing it up in college. By draft night in 2025, Nike had designed custom shoes, exclusive cleats, and built a full-scale marketing campaign linking his college legacy to his professional debut. Despite all the first and second-round buzz, Sanders dropped to the fifth round amid whispers about entitlement and putting branding ahead of football. But those exact contract demands that scared off executives have turned Sanders into a financial trailblazer. On the field, Sanders delivered immediately. 14 completions, 138 yards, and 2 touchdowns in his preseason showing. Social media exploded. Within hours, Nike released an ad featuring his signature watch celebration with the caption, "Only a matter of time." Nike didn't just sell jerseys, they launched an entire Sanders-branded apparel empire. Kids and women's jerseys, limited edition sneakers, the whole lineup. And because of the prime equity clause, Sanders profits from every single piece. Naturally, success attracts scrutiny. Off-field incidents, speeding tickets, and character attacks have generated more media heat than similar infractions by veteran players. Analysts keep asking, can Sanders block out the noise, stay focused, and let his performance do the talking? Competition in the Browns' locker room is intense, and injuries can derail everything in an instant. But Nike keeps doubling down, developing a signature shoe collection for Sanders that could redefine how brands invest in emerging athletes. Shedeur Sanders isn't just playing for the Browns, he's playing for the future of athlete contracts, endorsement structures, and what it means to be a professional athlete in this era. What he does on and off the field could pave the way for an entirely new generation of player empowerment.